openBIM in 2024 highlights. 2024 has been a very interesting year. I hope you agree with that, especially for openBIM. There are many things that have changed. Maybe openBIM was not the noisiest one. It was the year of AI, of course. It was really crazy with regards to AI, but many things have happened also on the openBIM fronts. And I'm very happy to share these highlights with you. Again, please allow me to thank you very much for taking the time and joining here. So I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. And if you don't manage to watch this live, I hope you can watch this as a recording later, maybe on YouTube, we'll see. Okay, so from my own point of view, it has been a great year for openBIM. And there are a series of things that I would like to go over with regards to this. These things are right here on the right hand side. And we're talking about IFC, IDS, BSDD, mandates, Bonsai, and BVO Friends. What is that? Who are these friends? Well, if you want to find that out, you have to stick until the end. Okay, I hope you all enjoy this, so let's go. About IFC, we all know that IFC 4x3 was published as an official ISO standard. This is a very important milestone, and I will leave it here, but actually I might add something more about IFC. Why is this important? Well, it's important because most of the time when openBIM becomes relevant in some areas, people are complaining always about standardization. And that's very important, right? It's very important. Like IFC is not still published as an ISO standard, so that's why this step is very important for everyone, for authorities mainly, right? Because they cannot look for other excuses anymore because they don't have. And this is also important for what else? Well, it's important also for vendors because software vendors cannot run anymore, right? They have to man up, they have to show responsibility and see, they have to integrate their tools with IFC 4x3. And I hope they are going to do that and more tools are going to support IFC 4x3 because it's very important. We know that unfortunately IFC 4 has failed. It's been published many years ago, over 10 years ago, and it's still not being adopted because many reasons. I will not go into that right now. Today I focus on positive things, okay? But that's why it's very important for IFC 4x3 to do what IFC 4 didn't manage to. And if all these things are executed well by Building Smart, and they are doing actually a lot of good work when it comes to this, and I have a very strong and firm belief that IFC 4x3 is actually going to be adopted compared to the other ones. Or let's say compared to IFC 4, because there are still many projects empowered by IFC, but many of them demanding IFC 2x3, unfortunately, missing out on a lot of things, right? Okay, so that's why this is a huge milestone. Although maybe you don't care too much about this, like I said, it's very important because right now there are no excuses anymore. Like this has been published as an ISO standard. Like you don't have any excuses anymore. Of course, it's coming soon, the addendum for the tunnels, but yeah, that's not so important. Well, it is important, but the most important is this, the first step, right? And the fact that now we can leave behind the other ones, given that our tools that we are using are supporting this, right? Okay, there is one more thing I would like to mention about IFC developments, although I don't have it on my slides, and that's about IFC 5. So Building Smart has released a roadmap for IFC 5, and they have been started to talk about this mid of this year or maybe earlier. I'm not sure. That's when I picked up on this. But now, actually, I'm really looking forward to that because I'll try in this holiday season to go through that course. They actually prepared a course about IFC 5, which I definitely recommend you to go and use it. Just search for IFC 5 course, Building Smart International, and you are going to find it. I don't have a link for that right now, but that's how you do it. And why? Like, it's going to be really cool. Like, you can achieve two things by doing that. You are going to understand better IFC schema. You are going to see it presented from another perspective by somebody else, and maybe you tried different resources before and did not work so well for you. So it's always nice to try this, but there are also other important reasons. Like, you really want to know what the future is going to look like. IFC 5, I'm not sure. I'm speculating here. If I remember correctly, it aims to come out around 2030, but I could be wrong about that. So another important aspect of this is for you to see what things is IFC 5 going to support, and not only that, this is not the final version of it. This is subject to change, and guess who can influence that? You, my friend. You can influence that by going and providing feedback after taking the course, okay? Now, I will just go over all these slides that I have prepared, and at the end, I will go over your comments. So if you have any comments along the presentation, please make sure to write them, okay? Just write them there, and I'll go over all of them at the end, okay? Cool. So IFC, a lot of things have changed. It's been an amazing year for IFC this year. Cool. I would say even a more important one, although it's very difficult to compare them, they are all important, okay? So let's not compare them, they are all very important. But finally we got IDS in its official version 1.0. I'm so happy for that, because right now no one can complain anymore, but IDS is not official, which is like I fight it against like 1 year. People are still looking for excuses to not actually use these things. IDS, Information Delivery Specification, by the way, apologize for not mentioning that. So it's very important to keep this in mind, right? It's very, very important that you don't have, like, of course it's good that it's official now, because now no one can come up with excuses like I'm waiting for this standard to become official before I start using it, right? No, you don't have to, but now you don't have that excuse anymore, okay? So you just have to use it if you want to save time and money on your project. If not, then don't use it, because unfortunately this is a symptom that I see a lot with IDS. A lot of people look very intrigued and think IDS, it's amazing, it looks very cool, it's very interesting, but when it comes to try it out, that's not many of them doing it actually. No, it's a great idea. Meanwhile, I started using IDS in August 2023, and that's the time when I started to use it on my project. I started to research and learn in May 2023. So it's 1.5 years ago since. And I cannot imagine validating an IFC model without running an IDS. I just can't. There are so many advantages for that. And again, I'm talking about validation, meaning a report which tells you that your specifications are met according to the requirements of the project. So again, huge, important milestone. I hope you like this too. And I also hope that you stop looking for excuses and actually start using it if you work with IFC. I'm not kidding you. You are going to save a lot of time. BSDD, Building Smart Data Dictionary, has grown a lot, and many tools have popped out to support this. If you don't know what BSDD is, I will not explain to you right now what exactly it does and so on. You find some videos on YouTube, on BIMvoice, or you can just search BSDD Building Smart International. You are going to get to their official webpage, and you are going to understand what's that about. It's a service provided by Building Smart International, but it's also free, for now at least. So you can use it, you can test it. And now, what do I mean with tool integrations? Well, there are many tools that are supporting and working with Building Smart data dictionaries so that you can use these classifications and these databases in your tools like Revit, ArchiCAD, SketchUp, I'm not sure. I think SketchUp even also. But I'm sure for Revit there are already few of them, not only one. So if you struggle with IFC schema, this can help. You can use these BSDD tools like to see if you classify correctly. You can add classifications, you can add so many things. You might have classification systems that are outside like eTeam or Uniclass. They are integrated. There is a dictionary for that, and you can save a lot of time by using it, okay? So a lot of development on this front, even in Bonsai, okay? All right, I will not go very specifically into this. I think the Dubai one started last year maybe, but I know for sure, like I did not look into this, but I remember along the year, I read a lot of things and I had many conversations on these topics, okay? Building Smart has also created this summary of mandates, BIM mandates, openBIM mandates across the globe. And there are many countries starting to mandate openBIM. And this is great news. European Union also plans to implement at the European level openBIM on some specific projects in the beginning, and then who knows? In Norway, I'm building my project based on IFC models. I'm considering myself very lucky. I'm very lucky for that. So the change is happening. This is huge. Don't sleep on openBIM because you are sleeping on your future. I will leave it at that. If you never used Blender BIM or Bonsai, this is the year when this change has happened. If you know about Blender BIM from before, Blender BIM is called now Bonsai. The reason for that is because of the new way Blender deals with extensions or add-ons. So we had to find a new name, not me. I was involved like talking about it. Well, maybe I influenced to some degree also the votes, but I did not propose Bonsai. It's a nice name, I like it. It grew on me, so it's fine. But I mean, like, I promoted because it has been voted by anyone. Maybe even you have voted for one name. But it's been a consensus, and it's a cool name. And the reason for that, like I told you, is because Blender does not allow anymore for other add-ons to have the Blender name in them. So that's the main reason, and this is what we ended up with. Bonsai. And now the name doesn't matter so much. It might not. It's a cool name, it's a nice name, it's an inspiring name. But what is most important, it's actually what this tool has become. This tool, it's an amazing tool right now. Has transformed a lot since last year, has made tremendous progress. Many critical bugs have been fixed, many new features have been implemented, many workflows have been implemented. It's crazy. If you use IFC and you don't use Bonsai, you are missing out big time, exactly like you are wasting when you are not using IDS. So don't sleep on Bonsai either. Even if you don't use IFC, I see other use cases. I know the number of those people in my network who are switching to Bonsai from a paid tool or who wants to switch is increasing. I get more and more people asking me, hey Petru, how can I get and use this tool and stop paying 3,000 to 5,000 euros a year for a license? Still not working for everyone, but there are many people doing this already. It's more cumbersome, but it's becoming easier by the day because the tool is becoming more and more amazing, right? So what are you waiting for? You definitely have a reason. But if you work with IFC, Bonsai is IFC native authoring tool. It is not just an IFC viewer. You can model from scratch. You can modify files. You can run some scripts. You can add some data. You can do costing. You can do scheduling. You can do so many things. It's crazy. It's mind-boggling. You can do even drawings inside your IFC model or IFC database, how I like to call it. So again, what are you waiting for? Explore it. You might be surprised. There are many other YouTube channels which have started to make content on Blender BIM. If you are interested in coordination and validation and management, that's what I do. I'm a BIM coordinator. All the videos that I make about Bonsai are about these things, features and so on that are specifically, mostly for coordination. So BIMvoice channel on YouTube, you're going to find a lot of things. I'm also sharing many tricks and tips here on LinkedIn. So it's great to be here. But let's see, is there anything else? Wait. What is this? BIMvoice Friends. Hey, who are these friends? Wow, okay. Meno Mekes, Stefano Veruggi, Dion Molt? Lloyd Basio, IFC architect? No, come on, for real? Many other people? Wow, what is this? Well, this is a free community for people who are interested in openBIM and Bonsai. You can join for free, like I said, by following the link at the top, school.com/BIMvoice Friends about, or by scanning that QR code. What is this community? I'm very happy to share this as a Christmas gift. I want to build the largest, the most thriving openBIM community in this world. I want you to become part of it and to contribute to the change of the built environment of this world, okay? Because that's what we do through our actions every day as BIM professionals, architects, engineers, whatever we are doing, our actions have a huge impact in this. If you want to learn and to be a part of a special group of people with the same ambitions, this is your place. This is your family. I cannot do this alone. We are doing this all together. Everyone plays a huge role in this, okay? I hope to see you inside. What do we do here? Well, it's a place where we can ask questions, where we find guides, where we find some mini courses, where we have some meetings. So if you ever get stuck with Bonsai or if you have questions about any other openBIM topic, this is the right place for you. And who is this for? Well, it doesn't matter. I created this especially for beginners. I want everyone who struggles, who doesn't know where to start, to have this, to have somebody to help him or her, okay? This is the main reason. But even if you are more intermediate or advanced, it's still a good place for you because you might inspire others, you might help other people, okay? You might maybe even find some clients. Who knows? That's not the main intention for this. But like I said, you are playing a huge role in this. And 2024 has been amazing for openBIM. This is going to increase the next years. Betting on openBIM, adding skills relevant for your career are going to help you a lot in the next years. I do not have any doubt about this. Of course, if you have any comments, I will put this link also in the description or in a comment or something like that. But if you need any help, you know where to find me, right? Just join here. The community is growing and it's very, very interesting. Now, let me have a look at the chat and see if there are some questions at all. Meno Mekis, it's here. Let me check actually sometimes this is not updated, so let me check the events. Oh no, no, actually, yeah, that's correct. Let's check the event, because sometimes the comments are there. No, not really, unfortunately, but it is what it is. You can also leave your comments later and we can talk about it after that, maybe in the community. Alright, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. And now I want to wish you a warm and very welcome and Merry Christmas to you and to your loved ones and a Happy New Year. And I hope to see you with fresh strengths in 2025 to reshape the built environment and the world with the use of openBIM. I'll see you around. Don't go anywhere. Bye everyone.